Welcome, everyone. We are so much excited today because guess what? I'm going to bring to you Commonwealth shared scholarships for people to go to study in the United Kingdom for academic year 2022. When I say academic year 2022, I mean people to go to start their studies in September 2022. For those who do not know, most of international students, when apply for scholarships, are applying to study in the fall semester, as we call here in the United States, but also autumn semester in Europe, how they call it. So most of the universities are opening in August and September. So for this particular case, you are applying in the year 2021 to go to study in the year 2022 in August. But for this particular case, most of the universities will open in September 2022. This is 100% scholarship. There is no application fee. That's number one. And there is no requirement of English proficiency by the scholarship itself. But when you go to apply to the school, some might require English proficiency test, like International English Language Testing System, IELTS, as well as Test of English as a Foreign Language, TOEFL. So that is just to start with. You still have a lot of time to prepare yourself because the deadline for this particular scholarship is December 20 in the year 2021. That is the very high level summary of what I'm going to talk today. Stick with me up to the end of this particular presentation. I'm going to explain what's all about Commonwealth shared scholarship. How do you need to apply? What are the eligibility? Which are eligible countries? How are you going to complete the application form? What is the selection process? What criteria are they using to determine one person to be given scholarship and another person to be denied scholarship? What are the reasons one person will be given? And there are primary criteria or primary areas they are going to do the assessment, and the secondary factors you need to know. The level of study is for master's degree in the United Kingdom. So don't start like, oh, what level should I go? No, it's for master's degree. I'll answer the frequent asked question at the end, like, okay, I'm already having master's. Can I apply? How long is the program? What if I'm married? What if I have dependents? Will they pay for me? What does it cover? What is not covered? All those kind of things are going to be answered today. So stick with me up to the end of this particular presentation. For those who do not know me, my name is Ernest Boniface Makulilo, EBM or EBM Scholars, talking to you from my home office here in Belton, Missouri, United States of America. I have a couple books, which are books you can be able to use to study and understand scholarships. Myself, I received over 3 scholarships for my time, and that's how I came to the United States of America. I came through educational opportunity, and then I got another educational opportunity. So I'm talking things which I know, and up to the end of this video, I'm going to give you a link where you are going to get a free book I wrote about getting scholarships, which will be for you to be able to download and to be able to utilize the opportunity. So, Commonwealth shared scholarship. What's all about? What is the overview of this particular program? The Commonwealth shared scholarships are for candidates from least developed and lower middle income Commonwealth countries. So I have talked to 2 things. Number one, you have to be least developed and lower middle income, but from where? From Commonwealth countries. So it cannot be from Francophone applying for this one. And this one is to be able to undertake full-time studies. It means you cannot go and study part-time, or you cannot be able to study online. It's full-time study, master's degree. in one of the United Kingdom university. So it has to be on the selected courses. I will explain what type of courses, and it must be in the United Kingdom or United Kingdom university. So it has to be master's full-time studies. That's how it is. And this particular scholarship is developed to people to go to study in what we call 6 areas or 6 development themes. Because remember, Commonwealth Shared Development Scholarship has themes. While all these Commonwealth scholarships, which are full funded by the Foreign Commonwealth and Development Department, FCDO, are offered under what we call the 6 Commonwealth Shared Commonwealth whatever shared scholarship into the development themes. So there are 6 themes. Theme number 1 is science and technology. So these are the areas where the scholarships will be offered. Number 1 will be science and technology for development. Number 2 will be strengthening health systems and capacity. Number 3 is promoting global prosperity. And number 4 is strengthening global peace, security, and governance. Number 5 is strengthening resilience and response to crisis. And number 6 is access, inclusion, and opportunity. So those are the 6 areas which you need to go and be able to study. You can be able to see those are the 6 areas. So you cannot go and study anything you want. So I'm going to highlight quickly what do we mean by science and technology. Commonwealth scholarships are offered in areas of science or technology, including, for example, agriculture, veterinary science, forestry, to develop knowledge and the skills that are whatever. So that is one of the area. Another area, strengthening health systems and capacity. That is another area. People to be able to do that one. Promoting global prosperity. This is also to improve economic understanding, decision-making, business, whatever, all those areas. Strengthening global peace, security, and governance. And I was lucky enough to be one among the people who studied a master's degree in peace studies and conflict resolution from the great state, the University of San Diego in the great state of California. So people have to study on those kind of areas. You are going to study strengthening peace and security at the national level, regional or international level, studying, implementing transparency, governance, improving mutual understanding within and between societies, building and reducing potential areas for conflict and encouraging resolution, resilience and response to crisis. So wherever there are crises, and access to the inclusion opportunities. So those are some of the areas where you need to focus to go to study. As I've said, the level of study is master's degree study and the location is United Kingdom. There is no application fee to apply for this particular program. Just like most of the scholarships to apply in Europe, there are no application fees in most of the scholarships or opportunities to study in Europe. So that is another thing you need to consider. So what are the eligibility for someone to be able to apply? In order to be eligible, there are a few things you need to understand. You must be, as I've been saying, you must be from the eligible country. And to be eligible country, it must be a Commonwealth country and at least developed lower middle income country. Number 2, you must be available to study in the United Kingdom, not to study in your home, not to study online, physical to be in the United Kingdom for the academic year, which starts in September 2022. And another thing is, you must be a permanent resident of your eligible Commonwealth country. For instance, on my case, I don't qualify even if I was born and raised in Tanzania, but currently I'm a United States citizen, so I don't qualify because I'm not a permanent resident of the eligible country of Tanzania. Myself, I'm not. But another thing is you must not have studied or worked in for at least 1 year in one or more in high income country. So for instance, myself, I don't, even if I'll continue to be Tanzanian, because I live in the United States, I don't qualify. I will mention the countries which are eligible, but let's say you are from Nigeria. Nigeria is one among the eligible countries. But you currently live in Finland. Currently, you have lived or studied in the United Kingdom or any European country or first world country for more than a year. You don't qualify for this particular opportunity. So you have to know that you have to be from the countries which are to be eligible. You must be in those particular countries. Another thing is you must have a bachelor's degree at the time you are applying. At least the time you are going to study, you must have a bachelor's degree. If the university admits you, there is no problem. And you must have upper secondary class. So in Britain, they are using 2 out of 4 GPA. So depending on where you are from, you have to see. So most countries, they have maybe 5.0 GPA scale. So when they say you need to have 2.1 second class, but your GPA is out of 5, maybe 3 out of 5, take 3, divide by 5 times 4 to convert it, to put it into the 4 GPA scale. But also, you must be able to have all the supporting documents which you needed to have. Again, so it's not just because you meet all those kind you are able to overall just meet overall the requirement, you are just going to be approved. There are programs, because I said there are 6 areas where you needed to know on those particular areas, but you need also to find what are the eligible those eligible areas and which universities or which programs are they offering. So I'm going to give just a high level of the list of those 6 areas. As I said, the Commonwealth shared scholarship programs is offered under 6 themes. So for instance, if you go to the access, inclusion, and opportunity, they gave the list of universities and the programs in those universities. Meaning you have to be mindful. For instance, when we say Brunel University, London, that means they have LLM in human rights law. If you go on this access, whatever, so all these are the courses which are offered, and they make it easier for you to know which particular programs they have. University of Cambridge, whatever. So you have to go and look which particular program you qualify to apply for those universities. So if you want to promoting peace, the Aston University, the entrepreneurship, promoting global prosperity, that one. If you want science and technology, they have the name of the university and the program. And then strengthening global peace, they have all these courses. So these are the approved courses, approved partner universities which you need to apply. They make your life very, very easy. For instance, you go to the University of St. Andrews, you are going to study terrorism and the political violence, or you are going to the another university, international conflict and cooperation, or diplomacy. So they have specific. Each theme has its own specific programs, so that is easy. But you can just copy and paste it to get the website, or I'm going to share this link where you can be able to see all these universities, their email address to contact, and the number of scholarships available. So the Commonwealth shared scholarships 2022, they give the university contact details. For instance, this university will provide 2 scholarships, and the email to contact, if you want to contact, but the website for that particular university is there. So they give each university, you can know how many students are they going to take. So you can be able to figure out the competition you're going to face. I'm going to share all these links you can be able to see. So all the universities are here with the number of scholarships available. And they will let you know, so to know exactly, even if the deadline to apply for the scholarship Commonwealth is December 20th, you have to go to the specific university to know if you have to apply for the school, because you're applying two things differently. You're applying scholarships and then you're going to apply for the university on the separate context. So that is another thing you need to consider. So those are the scholars' eligibility for you to be able to know. But I've said there are, I've already said that there are, overall, you must be coming from Commonwealth country and least developed middle income. But what countries are eligible? The 23 countries which are eligible for you to apply. Number one, Bangladesh, Cameroon, Eswatini, which used to be Swaziland, the Gambia, Ghana, India, Kenya, Kiribati, Lesotho, Malawi, Mozambique, Nigeria, Pakistan, Papua New Guinea, Rwanda, Sierra Leone, Solomon Islands, Sri Lanka, Tanzania, Tuvalu, Uganda, Vanuatu, and Zambia. Those are the only countries which are eligible to apply for the 2022 Commonwealth Shared Scholarships in 2022. So if you are out of these countries, you are not eligible to apply. So don't ask me a question, is my country eligible? If your country is not out of these 23 countries, your country is not eligible for you to be able to apply. Then from there, you are supposed to go and do the completing the application form. I'm not going to fill the application form for you, but I want to give you some of the important things in the application form. Number one, the candidates will be asked the following things when you are going to fill the application form. You have to be able to list all your undergraduate and postgraduate university qualification obtained if you have. Obviously, you need to have. If you have academic publications and prizes, awards, just list them. You need to provide the list of work experience, employment history, and explain how each job is relevant to the program you wish to undertake in the United Kingdom. You'll be asked in maybe few words, maybe 100 words, explain. For instance, you said, my work experience, I worked as assistant program manager from this organization. How does that work as a program manager related to what you are planning to study? I will come to explain in the selection process what criteria are they going to use. One of those things are, what do you have and what are you going to do? How does this program is going to help you? So don't just choose any program, choose a program which you have a background with, either in education and work experience, and how it's going to be relating to what is going to be in your future. Then you have to have a statement of purpose. I usually tell people, and this one, it is very small, they want a statement of purpose of 300 words. And in that statement of purpose, they want you to provide a statement on the relevance of your previous work experience to the proposed scholarship. And that is up to 300 words. How does the scholarship you are applying is related to your background, your work experience? Remember, this scholarship is not to talk about how poor you are, but how your background in a work experience, in a professional life, is related to what you are applying and what you are planning to do in the future. And then you need to have the list of 3 people who are going to recommend to you. These people are supposed to be qualified to give a recommendation for you. And your current employer, if you are working, but also your former professors. But also, you need also to provide a development impact statement in 4 parts. Those parts, they are going to explain to you if you are going to read more, or just overall, they want you to explain about the development issues at a global level, national level, whatever. So how does development issues connected to the Commonwealth program, those themes? And these are small words. It's just like 200 words here. Second part of that particular essay is explaining how you intend to apply your new skills. once you get your scholarship ends. Just 100 words. How are you going to do? What is your plan after finishing your studies? No matter what your plan is, don't say you are going to stay in the United Kingdom. You have to indicate you are going back to your home country, and what are you going to do with your studies. In the third part, you're supposed to outline what you expect will change in the development terms following your scholarship. That means you are going to include the outcome that you are going to aim to achieve, the time frame of the implementation, who are they going to be the beneficiary. Just about 200, 250 words. Even if currently you have to have a plan. I'm going to study this particular course because I'm planning to help the local people in my local area to do solar system. I'm going to do for how many people are going to be, how many in the people in the village are going to benefit. So you have to be able to be tangible. So those are the things you need to put those one. You need to be asked to put your career objectives. What are the objectives in the next 2 years, and how this scholarship is going to help you to meet those objectives. So there are so many things you need to know. But also you have to summarize the ways in which you have engaged in volunteering activities and the opportunities you had to demonstrate leadership. That is up to 500 words. So this essay, this program has a lot of essays. That's why I usually tell people you must find a way to volunteer, not just apply for the lottery, not just for the matter of jobs or scholarships, just even for your own benefit, to say that I'm helping community, I'm helping my country. You have to be able to do volunteering. So you have to summarize in which ways you have engaged in voluntary activities and the opportunities you have had to demonstrate the leadership. Provide a personal statement to summarize the ways in which your personal background, when we say personal background, we mean education and work experience, has encouraged you to want to make an impact in your home country. You should indicate areas in which you have already contributed, such as having overcome any personal or community barriers you are choosing career. That is S of 500 words. I usually tell people over and over, no matter what, you have to find a way to do that. But obviously, you need to have a passport or national ID at the time of application. But what is the value? How much are you going to get the value of this scholarship? What is the value? If you apply, you get this scholarship, what are you going to get? You are going to get the flight ticket from your country to the United Kingdom and return. But remember, when we say this flight ticket is not any time, the time you're going to study and the time at the end of your studies. They're not going to, if you are going with your dependents, they are not going to pay for the flight ticket of your spouse or your children if you want to go with them. But if in the middle, during the holiday, you want to take the vacation, that's your personal trip. It's not so they are going to give you when you are going to start your studies and when you finish. They are also going to pay for the tuition fees. They are going to pay for that. You don't need to worry anything. They are going to give you the stipend, 1,133 pound per month. That is the living allowance. But or 1,390 per month for those universities which are in London. So if you're in London, you get almost $60 more, 60 pounds more than people who are in other parts of other universities. So that's the meaning. You have to know which one you're going to apply. So don't just apply the bigger universities. Oh, I want to go to stay at the University of Manchester so that I can go and watch Manchester United. I want to go to the University of Liverpool. Look on the universities which you are not going to get much competition. People are not going to apply many of them. Then, this is the scholarship which is very, very cool. They are going to pay for the warm clothing allowance. During the time of winter, they will give you extra money for buying the warm clothing. If you have thesis, they will give you a grant towards the cost for preparing for the dissertation or thesis. If your course requires you to study within to have the study travel within the England, or if it's outside, maybe you are going to do a research, they will pay for that. If when you are going to do the medical, they will reimburse the cost of the mandatory tuberculosis test, if is which is required, and also they will reimburse the visa fee. They are going to reimburse for that, but you need to have the receipt. But so this is the other part which is very, very interesting. If you are widowed or divorced or you are single parent, because obviously you have to go with your child, whatever it is, the child allowance is £485 per month for the first child. If you have 2 children, for the second child is £120, and the third child, as long as they're under the age of 16. But all those children, you must, if you are going with them in the United Kingdom. But if they're sending your country, they're not giving you that allowance. So if you are single parent, if you are widowed, you are divorced, and you have to go with your parent, your child, they give this money so that it can help you with the child care while you are in United Kingdom. And for the people with disability, they are going to make sure that you get full support of your needs, and they will be able to help you with some of the costs related to accessibility. So additional funding in general will be able to be paid. So the selection processes. So basically, the results of people will be informed by July. That is the time you are supposed to be going to be there. And the selection process is all by merit. They are going to look academic merit and the of the candidates. They are going to look about the quality of the planning of the study, like I've been talking about. What is your plan when you're going to study? When you come back, what are you going to do? How many? Yeah, so all these have been explained in the application process. You'll be able to see in a few minutes here. I'm going to show you. Then, what is the potential impact on the development of the candidate's home country? That's why I've told you, you have to indicate that you'll be going back to your home country, and how, when you go back, you are going to have the impact. So even if your dream is to stay in England, if you indicate you are staying in England, automatically forget you have already lost the opportunity for you to be able to do that. So one of the things I usually tell people, when you apply for these scholarships, don't expect that, oh, I'm poor, I'm this one, whatever. So this, they say, this is the grading system for the assessment of the applicants. So because we are talking about the Commonwealth shared scholarships for masters, this is what they're going to look at. There are primary indicators and secondary indicators. The primary indicators, they are looking about examination results, academic transcripts, tutors, and the referees reports, so the references. In the primary indicators, so that is for the academic merit. They are going just to look on examination results, academic transcript, and the references. That is the primary academic. When they're going to look for the quality of the study plans, the primary indicators, they're going to look about the statement of purpose. They're going to look at the statement of purpose, statement of what the candidates wants to learn, and how it relates to the objectives. The extent to which the proposed course of study and the institution, whatever, have been well researched, indicating the options and the dissertation topics, whatever, if applicable. And how is going to, the last part, they are going to look about how is going to be development impact to your country. So primary indicators, there will be the extent of the need, how the plan of the study or research relates to the development of the sector and the development of the sector and the country. The expected outcomes in your home country. The way and the extent to which the candidate proposes to apply new skills and qualifications. How does this relate to the development? Those are the things they're going to look at. And then there are secondary indicators. Or what are they going to look for assessment? They are going to look like what I said, like academic prizes, like you have been receiving as the best student in your class, or you got a certain type of award. Maybe you have any other relevant academic achievement. You have publications. Those are secondary one. And the secondary one, when it comes to the merit of the quality of the plans, they are going to look on the existing offer of admission to the course, the quality of the presentation. Those are the things they're going to look. In the development plan, they're going to look about the reference to the national development priority. So they're going to look about how that one is referenced to the theme we are going to apply. That's why you needed to look into the programs which are part of those themes. Demonstrate the commitment to the development agendas. So those are the things you need to know for you to be able to be considered to apply. So let's go to the almost we're about to finish on the part of the tenure and the placement. As I said, this program is for the master's degree program. It is a full-time study. Is not the course you are going to study online or taking part-time. And this one is 1 year program. Remember, most of the masters in the United Kingdom is 1 year program. So the Commonwealth shared scholarships is 1 year total master's degree program. And it does not fund the MBA. So if you want to do MBA, it's not going to be funded. You might be wondering why is not going to fund the MBA. Technically, MBA is not a master's program per se. It's called a professional degree. So it's not a normal master's. So don't apply for the MBA. And even when the list of the program MBA is not there. So it's 1 year program. And you must apply before the deadline. And you must check the admission requirements very careful when you are going to apply. You have to look on the admissions of the particular university and the program you're going to apply. Awards are only intended to participating in the United Kingdom university. And awards are to obtain 1 degree. Funding is not going to say, I'm going to do master's and then I want to do PhD. They are continuing with that one. No. As I said, the deadline for the application is December 20. That is the time for application. Deadline December 20. GMT at 4 p.m. So don't wait whatever time country you are to avoid the complication about the GMT, Greenwich Medium Time. Just apply before, just put in your mind, deadline is on 18 or 19 of December. Because if you wait on that day, what if there is no electricity? What if the internet is slow? And the website for you to be able to apply is www.cscuk.fcdo.gov.uk. CSCUK is the Commonwealth shared scholarship, whatever that is particular. So csuk.fcdo.gov.uk. That is the official website, where when you open that particular page will take you to a place where you need to apply. It says the Commonwealth Scholarship Commission in the United Kingdom, CSC, provides the main United Kingdom scholarship scheme led by the International Development Objectives. So the objective is international development. So if you open this particular, they will explain what is this scholarship is all about, and you'll be able to apply before the deadline, which is December 20th. So if you go to About Us, you click here about scholarships, you'll be able to learn more, but I can put the link of the so this is the Commonwealth shared. There are other Commonwealth. The Commonwealth Commission also offers the PhD Commonwealth. So we'll talk about this in other videos, but this one is just for the other program. There is Commonwealth distance learning. I'll talk about this one. These are for later. I'll explain how to apply for this. So the application is not available at the moment, but I will explain to all other Commonwealth distance learning and the other opportunities. So that is the scholarship which you needed to do. For those people who is the first time to come across my YouTube channel, you go to the youtube.com/EBM Scholars. You'll be able to subscribe and to get a lot of information. But if you go to that particular website, which is ebmscholarships.com, if you go to that particular site, you'll be able to see a lot of scholarship information. And in addition to that, I said, if you stay up to the end, I'm going to give you the link to get to the book. So this is where you get in my scholarships information. I post most of opportunities here. So if you go to ebmscholarships.com, there is a free book, download a free book with say PhD scholarships for Africans in the United States. Even if let's say you are not going to study in the United States, this book will give you just overall scholarship. So you come here and you download the free PDF. It brings to this link and you see it is free of charge at all. So you come here, you can download it as EPUB, you can download as Kindle, you can download as PDF. So if you download as PDF, this book will be able, it has 455 pages. So the first pages will be giving you overall how to apply for overall any scholarship. It doesn't matter whether you are applying for PhD in the US or you are applying for masters in the US or masters in any country, you will be able to do that. So one of the things I usually tell people is scholarship application is not a therapy session. Don't express your poverty and the personal problem seeking for the sympathy. That is one of the quotes I usually tell people. Don't look for the sympathy, and you have to be very, very competitive. At the very early stages of my application journey, if I clearly understood what I'm up to in terms of competition. I knew for sure I was not the only one on this planet who is looking for these scholarships around the world. There are millions of people around the world, both in developing countries and in developed world, who are looking for these scholarships. So you have to compete. Scholarship is competition, is a war. Don't look for the sympathy. That's what I want you to take from here. So this book is giving you why you should apply for scholarship, all those information, learn from, I give my personal experience and all those kind of things which I've been explaining. And then after that chapter, it will come to, you'll be able to see specific United States, and you'll be showing the difference between United States and Europe. All those kind of things you'll be able to look at them and benefit from. So go and check my that particular website, ebmscholarships.com. Will be able to give you that one, but don't forget to go to subscribe to EBM Scholars. If you go to the EBM Scholars and you click playlist, or even you go down here, you'll be able to see the scholarship opportunities. So all the videos about scholarships are here. Anything you need to know. Opportunities in Europe, Canada immigration, you want opportunities in Australia and New Zealand, past live stream, everything you need to get there here. So it's your chance to make sure that you are going to benefit from these opportunities. So I want you to make sure that you are going to succeed in one way or another. So thank you everyone for your continued support. Apply. Remember to prepare a competitive application. Remember to ask your friend and colleague to review your essays. When you write an essay, make sure that you go and check the grammar. Use the website like grammarly.com. Use all the assets you have so that you can be able to succeed in one way or another. So that is the Commonwealth. That is Commonwealth Shared Scholarship for 2022. As I said, they are explaining here, last thing before I finish. Commonwealth, they are going to cover school fees, approved fees, whatever information they are going to cover that one. They are saying here, the Commonwealth Commission does not require any candidate to take IELTS English language test. You should note that, however, that as a further condition of your scholarship, you may be required by the university to provide the evidence of a particular level of English proficiency. So that will be by university, but on their own, they don't. So this is just like a frequent asked question if you need to get those one. And if you have any inquiry, they have the contact form. You can be able to do that. All these links, I'm going to post them on my YouTube account, and you can be able to check on the description all these links, which will be able to help you. All the best, everyone. Again, this is EBM, Ernest Boniface Makulilo.